Settings are an essential part of any FPS if you want a competitive edge or you're just starting out. So I'm going to be walking you through the best settings for Warzone. But why would I listen to you? All you do is play against bots and sing. Mom and Dad was arguing lots of... Yeah, okay. I know it's hard to admit, but I might just be a little bit better than you. Video isn't just going to be a screenshot of all my settings so you can use them, but rather an explanation of why I use the settings that I use. There are two main components in the settings that I'm going to be showing you. Aiming. This section is comprised under the controller and aiming tab. Aiming is one of the most important mechanics and always has been a staple in the Call of Duty franchise. Sensitivity is one of the main settings that can improve your aim. It's a personal preference. People in the CDL use between 4 to 8 sensitivity, and Warzone pros use between 5 to 15, sometimes even 20 cents. I personally use 10 cents as I think it's a happy middle ground. ADS sensitivity multiplier can help you when speeding up or slowing down your sense when aiming down sights. I would recommend keeping it at 1 or decreasing it as it will improve your tracking. I personally use 0.80. If you're playing on controller and you're not using aim assist, I don't know what you're doing, but it's a must. Later in this video, I'll go over ways to make your aim assist feel more sticky, but before that, we need to set it up so you get the most out of it. Aim response curve type. Aim response curve type changed the game back in MW19 when it was first added. Since then, everyone from bot to pro has been using dynamic, so I think it's a mistake if you're not using it. Also, keep the aim response curve slope scale at 1. Under the controller tab, you will find something called dead zone inputs. This is dependent on stick drift. If you use the test stick dead zone option, you can see if your stick moves away without any input. You want it so that when you're not touching your stick, it stays exactly in the center. Mine is set at 4 minimum and 99 max. Left and right trigger is at 0 for no delay. I'll quickly run through some other aiming settings. Keep aim assist on default. No one uses Black Ops anymore. ADS sensitivity transition timing on gradual and custom sensitivity per zoom off. The second main component is movement. This section is comprised under the controller and gameplay tabs. Good movement pairs perfectly with good aim, and it can make you unstoppable. The fastest way of maneuvering any map is via tactical sprint. So you want to change automatic sprint to automatic tactical sprint so that all you have to do is push your stick forward. It'll save your controller and it'll just initiate the mechanic that way. It's so much easier. Unfortunately, tactical sprint doesn't last forever. I miss the days of Marathon Pro back on the good MW2, but there are ways to keep high speed without tactical sprinting. This is where slide cancelling comes in. Slide cancelling has been in many CODs, and then it was removed in MW2 by Infinity Ward. I don't know why. Why are you doing that, Infinity Ward? Luckily, it is back this year, and it feels great. You want to change your slide dive behavior to slide only or hybrid. I've not been using hybrid, but I've heard it's good. Slide only, it means that you don't dolphin dive. It's slide only. It's kind of obvious. I have tried out slide maintain sprint on, and if it works, it's great and it feels so smooth, but a lot of the time you end up with this bug where your guy just dolphin dives, and even though you've got slide only on, and it kind of ruins, it can get you killed a lot of the time, and it ruins the way you're moving around the map. So I would just leave it off and it'll be the most consistent. I don't understand it. Papa was a rolling stone, mama developed a habit, and it all happened too fast for either one of us to grab it. I'm just sorry you were there and had to witness this firsthand, cause all I ever wanted to do was just make you... Also, for smoother movement, turn off grounded mantle and automatic airborne mantle to partial. Changing your button layout is also another way that you can improve or change your movement. I've always used tactical default because drop shotting was a thing back in the day. That was, one of the only things that I could do. So I used my right stick to go prone. You can use them, you can try it out. I would recommend testing what you think's best. There's some absolute demons that run default, aka Zyro. He uses default and he has great movement. Movement dead zones aren't as important as aiming dead zones, but I run 3 minimum and 99 max on the left stick. There is this broken aim assist mechanic in COD that has been implemented the past few years called rotational aim assist. Pretty much, there's a bubble around your character. When you walk past while aiming down sight, it will aim for you. Now, think about that. With normal aim assist that you use with your right stick, you also have aim assist with your left stick. Now, imagine both your left stick and your right stick together. It's aimbot. It's literal aimbot. Out to see how much you both have grown. It's almost like your sisters now. Wow, yes, you pretty much are. Daddy's still here. Mainly I'm talking to you too. Daddy's still here. I like the sound of it, yeah. It's got a ring to it, don't it? Mom is only gone for the moment. Now, a mechanic added in this iteration of Warzone was tack stancing, which also allows you with some guns to be able to aim down sights while you're sliding, which was never done before. This is a very important skill because it will mean that your gun will be up while you're sliding. You'll be ready for the gunfight before the gunfight actually happens. My last tip would be don't be afraid to try new things. If that's aiming or movement, resurgence, multiplayer, even the big map if you want to get fancy, are great places to go and try out new stuff. Don't be afraid. There's nothing on the line. It's a game. It's a free game. There's no money on the line. Go and play the game and you'll get better. Trust me when I say this. People don't understand how much playing the game can improve you. If you set out as a goal to get better at the game, you will get better. Watch players that are better than you. Watch me. Watch me on Twitch. Watch me on YouTube. Watch me on TikTok. Now, if you incorporate all of these things while singing, not only is that so impressive and, you know, you're giving me a run for my money, but also it might actually make you better. It might make you better. I've heard stories that singing while playing gives you aimbot. You'll need to try it out.
West Cumberland, Waterford, 3 West. Wake up in the morning, you know, so that me blessed. Smoke so much weed, them think I not the dread. But me not give a fuck, me not give a rascal. Bedroom bully, made the pussy talk. Big dirty bass, the one you fully dark. Fully pussy dark, dark. You know we fully dark. Stepping in the dance, laugh and a broth. They brother owe me money, run my money fast. Run my money fast, meaning ain't a funny talk. Chick Glock there, everybody gone. I mean, listen to me clear. Hey, I mean, listen to me clear. If you drink a walk one, if you drink a beer, everybody go, man, just step up another gear. Say she want to fuck me, whisper in my ear. Very hot, gal, nobody to compare. Gal, back it up, wanna bend your spine. High grade grabber, very nice time.